Hi, good night, good day, good afternoon, or depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I am your girl, Starre, and today you obviously noticed that there's a duppy beside me.
No, not duppy. No, just kind of a duppy, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge right now.
Yes. So I brought my dear friend Chris.
That's me.
And we thought we'd do something a little bit different together. As you know, I'm an energy channeler. Chris is a very experienced and very good tarot card reader. So we thought we'd do like a little flip on things where I will channel what I pick up on them, and then he will pull out cards. How many cards you can pull?
I'm gonna do 3-card pull.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get like a general idea in terms of what Starre has going on here. So.
Right. So
I'm running support, basically.
Right, exactly. But yes, if you like his reading style and how he reads, I'm gonna put all his information in the description box. And hold on a second. I just called you Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
We cool. Okay. So
sometimes people like to go by different names. They pick different sort of catch, almost like a stage name for themselves.
Exactly. Like, you guys know me as Starre, but my name is Tia,
I was messing with Orion. You know what? Actually, message me. Tell me what you think of Orion, and maybe I'll actually go forward with that in the future.
Just let us know what works. You know what I mean?
Go with it.
Yeah.
Go with it.
So we're going to put his information in the description box if you guys are interested. You can always hit him up. He'll let you know his rates and how long his readings are for. Again, just let you know that I'm still doing the reading special and things like that. So as you can see from the description box, who we are going to be talking about, we actually are going to do a couples edition, which is we're going into the shadow, the deep, dark sides of relationships that no one talks about. The shit that the insiders don't get, the stuff that, the tabloids don't get. We're going to be looking into the deep darkness of each relationship.
Real MTV behind the music stuff here. So you're going to hear it here first.
You heard it here first. So we're reading on Kim and Kanye, Kourtney and Scott, Kylie and Tyga, and newly engaged Robert Kardashian and Blac Chyna. Okay? So we're just going to open the floor.
The funny thing about this, folks, is that I was mentioning to Starre earlier that I don't actually follow anything to do with the Kardashians. They make me a little angry. Just a year ago, in point of fact. And how many years have they been front and center in the media now?
Over 10 years. Something a while ago, yeah.
So they've got this family has a decade invested in just popular culture. And last year, I actually asked a friend of mine, I said, who are the Kardashians and why are they so famous? To which the response that I got was, it's because their grandfather?
I think their dad was on the defense team for O.J. Simpson in 94.
So this only really...
Next to the sex tape. Remember I mentioned that part? The sex tape. Because he didn't even really know about the sex tape either. Like, he was like, oh, there was a sex tape? Like, yeah, like that's how Kim became famous and kind of spun this whole show, The Kardashians, and put her whole family
So there you go, everyone started a sex tape, and you can apparently create a multimedia empire. Oh well, and maybe have a good up lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, they kind of...
Let's just hope there's no sex tapes out there for you, are there?
There's no... well, not that, I'm telling all my secrets here. She can do a reading on me later and tell you all what's really going on. But, no, it's just something that I kind of find a little bit infuriating. So anyways, I don't know a whole hell of a lot about them because I try and intentionally avoid that. So information that's coming from me right now is essentially straight up from the cards and also my own intuition. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah,
it's going to be a very interesting thing. Like, of course, like I'm on Instagram and stuff. It's like when you're on social media, like it's kind of hard to ignore things that you see that happens with them. So, like, I'm not going to say that I'm not familiar. I am, but do I take them on that deep? No. You know what I mean? So let me go to my pictures because, I use pictures to read people. So let's open the form. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. Okay, so the deep dark secret what's going on between Kim and Kanye. I feel when it comes to Kanye, and everyone knows this because obviously everyone sees like how he goes crazy and on social media with his rants and stuff. I'm gonna put it out there first. I feel that, you know, Kanye, and I'm not just saying this just by action, I feel like he has a little bit of a substance abuse issue. And that issue, I feel like his drug of choice is most likely, I think it's cocaine. You know what I mean? And that's what gets him in that space where he does spiral out of control. So when it comes to Kim and Kanye, I feel like Kim, you know, she's definitely a person right now in her life. Like, she doesn't want to get divorced or want to break up or anything like that, just because she feels like she should try to make the best of her relationships. You know, this is the person that, you know, she's of great status and prestige. And to be honest, there's not a lot out there for her aside from him at that height of where she is. I'm not saying that's the only thing that's holding her from being there, but that is a strong suit in this relationship, is just kind of like, you know what, it's probably a phase that he's going through. You know, he just needs to go through it. But really, realistically speaking, I feel at this point she spends a lot of time ignoring his behavior. I feel like they do spend a good amount of time together, but at the same time, she tries to distract herself from him, being more focused in her kids and her work than be focused on his behavior. Because I feel like there are times where he has episodes where he kind of flips out and goes crazy on her too.
And ain't that the secret to a happy marriage? I'm just going to avoid my husband and not actually have to deal with him.
Yeah. It is though. Like, honestly, like, you know, I'm not gonna knock her. Like, at the same time, like, I don't really believe in divorce. I'm not gonna. There's a lot of relationships that fall undergrounds that I think divorce is the answer. But at the same time, it's like, you know, considering with her how she's kind of flip flopped to marriage, girl. Like, I would stick it out too for a bit, because
Yeah.
who else? Like,
in a relationship like this, the good news is that you don't have anyone in it for money, because both of them ain't hurting.
exactly.
Sorry, what was that about Kanye wanting a $50 million loan?
$53 million loan. And you know his broken are broke. Like, he has the $53 million, but he doesn't have it to spend. So he's begging for $53 million.
Liquid versus tied up. But I mean, just stop. Stop. No one's going to, even Mark Zuckerberg was not going to hand over
$53 million without a business
No.
plan or nothing. Like, how do I know you're good for this money to give it back?
Because say goodbye to $50 million. Even though Zuckerberg could probably afford it. Like, I mean,
Fuck. He doesn't, you know,
into trillions now.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see what we got for the cards here.
Let's see what Chris.
Fascinating. Okay. So, the first card we have here is the Queen of Wands. If ever there was a card for a profoundly powerful female presence in a relationship, i.e. she wears the pants in this, it's this one right here. So I guess to kind of rebound off of what Starre was saying, here we have Kim very much wearing the pants in the relationship. I suspect she kind of wiles out on him.
Yeah.
Because the Queen of Wands doesn't take shit.
Yeah, no.
Period, end of
No.
discussion. It's not quite as bad as when the Queen of Wands is in the reverse, because then you get that more angry sort of domineering and just generally speaking really unpleasant side. We have this upright, so she's really trying to almost be a role model. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe even there's like a mentor aspect here, but I personally wonder when you're in a relationship, when you're playing mentor or when parenting, almost like that can't last.
It can't.
You want a partner. You want someone who's on equal footing, right? Temperance card in the reverse position. Well, this right here is basically, I don't even know if the glare is a bit too much, but anyway.
Yeah.
Temperance reverse. This is one of Kanye's rants right here. Everyone.
Yeah.
This is him. So there's actually, interestingly enough, an aspect to him that knows that he shouldn't be acting out in this way.
He does. And if you guys watch the Kanye West video that I did on the Celebrity Psychic reading, it would explain exactly what you just saw, which is he does something and then he thinks about it and it's like, oh, fuck. But like he's a Gemini, by the way.
Okay. He's at the wheel, but nobody, like the lights are on, but nobody's home. He's there, but he's sort of in the pilot seat, but he loses control of the airliner as it careens into the building. So that almost, again, lends more evidence to support the potential substance abuse. I would even go as far now as to say mental illness. That's not terribly profound because, again, you just listen to him sometimes, and you know, the man does not have all his oars in the water.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it's bipolar. It could be something.
You know, a lot of Geminis are prone to that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He
is a Gemini.
The Gemini thing, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Emperor card. This is actually cool. This surprises me a little bit. The man is a much better father than prior to me sort of seeing this right now than I would have ever been willing to give him credit for. I guess on the home front, he's great with what are their names?
North and Saint.
How could I forget that?
Yeah.
How could I actually forget that?
North.
No, I knew North was there, but anyways.
Yeah.
The man's a good dad, apparently.
Geminis are usually pretty good parents.
Fair enough.
Everyone I know that's been like a Gemini, especially father, they've been decently good parents.
Okay.
From what I've observed of Gemini men.
Fair enough. Yeah, so we kind of get like a different version of Kanye behind the scenes as a really, really good parent. But will that be enough just for him to toe his line in this relationship? I guess only time will tell. But to be perfectly honest, in my experience, having done readings for couples that were right in front of me at the time, when I start to see dynamics like this, okay, so when I start to see one partner in a relationship that has to parent or mentor all the time, which is the energy that I'm getting off of this, it rarely has any longevity.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that's not shocking for Hollywood relationships. Like, one day, we both would like to make it to Hollywood, right?
We would. That's kind of what we're going for.
That's right, exactly.
What we're going for. So casting people, this is us right here.
Just us.
Yep.
Okay.
Hashtag us.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just throw some boobs out there.
Oh, good. It helps. It really does.
But yeah, that's exactly, it's common, and I'm not surprised. And it takes a very patient person to deal with Kanye. Like, a very patient person. I know I couldn't deal with him.
I mean, historically we see the example that I like to use is Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy. And now they kind of, in my opinion, achieved the impossible, and I don't think I've quite seen anything like that since.
It's so true.
Because Sharon has that man tied down.
Exactly.
But she has endured beating, she's endured the pills, the alcohol, the gods only know what else, like that we don't know.
Right.
And she's awesome. Like, she still holds it together, and they're still together, and he loves her, and you can just tell that he essentially, at this point, worships the ground that she walks on.
Yeah.
And that's just from decades and decades of dedication.
But you know what it is? It's his dedication, and he knows that he needs her. Like, she is his missing puzzle piece. Like, literally.
And The Rock, yeah.
Yeah, like, they're literally the yin and the yang. Like, they each feed into each other in a way where it works.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to somebody else.
Here we go.
Let's go.
I'm going to start neurotically shuffling over here again.
Okay. So, I think the next couple we're going to talk about, because we're doing the whole kind of Kardashian empire here, we're going to talk about Scott Disick. It's Scott Disick, right?
You're asking
I know, I'm asking him like he knows. Scott Disick and Kourtney Kardashian. Okay, so what I see about these couple, he's actually Gemini, she's an Aries.
Okay.
Another
Gemini?
Another Gemini.
Okay.
Jeez. But you know what? Geminis and Aries are actually a really good combination.
Okay.
Yeah, they actually work together.
Well, the Aries would actually provide that focus, right? So that's going to try and temper the Gemini's decision to whimsically just dip and do whatever they want. Yeah.
Exactly. And when it comes to Aries, it's like they have no qualms to put their foot down when they want to put. My sister's a Gemini, you know what I mean? And her ex-boyfriend was not my sister, not a Gemini. My sister was an Aries, her ex-boyfriend was a Gemini, and they had a really strong relationship dynamic.
Awesome.
So what I want to say was I see around them right now, as you know, like there's been rumors that they're possibly going to get back together. I don't sense that he ever really left. You know what I mean? I always feel like he's always still been around because, of course, I don't think it's a man that's an absentee father. He tries to be there for his kids. And she's a person that she really does want to have her children with their father. Of course, she knows that he needs help and he needs to get himself all sorted out and balanced. But what I'm saying that this could be a relationship that's probably going to rekindle again. Because in the public eye, they're not seen as being together, but behind closed doors, very much they have kind of been back and forth, and there's been some talks of it. You know what I mean? Most of all, she's thinking about, she still loves him, and like she's kind of put herself in a position where he's kind of all she knows. And she's not a superficial, pretentious person. You know what I mean? Like, she likes luxurious things, but she likes life simples at the same time. So when it comes to him and her, it's like she wouldn't mind working things out with him for the sake of her children and actually having a home together. So what I'm sensing, I think that these two may get back together. I get a sense that, you know, publicly speaking, there may be another man that come around, you know what I mean, that it should be said that she's with, but yeah, I think these ones are going to get back.
Sorry, you were saying they're not together?
They're not together. They're split. Like, even though you see this picture, this is an old picture of them together, but
fair enough. Okay.
They look very much together. You can see the union and tightness between them, but they just split up. But there was a Snapchat video that was posted. I think it was on Kylie's Snapchat, and they were making a joke about getting back together. So people are kind of like, "Ooh, is that what's going on?" So, but I think personally that there's a possibility for them to get back together. What do you think?
Well, let's see. Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, everyone. Ace of Cups. Okay. Now, y'all saw me shuffling there, so it's not like I'm actually picking these up, but
yeah.
If ever there's going to be romance and sort of a coming back together, that card right there, okay? So if y'all take up the tarot and you're pulling this card in terms of like relationship questions, or, you know, if you're dating somebody and you see this card, it's a typically good indication that something's going to happen with that person. Mm-hmm. What we got here? Okay. Page of Wands in the reverse position. This is getting even more interesting now because we basically have the Ace of Cups, everything coming back together, and then we have, oh wait, let's throw on the air brakes right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is everyone having to reconsider where they're coming from, why they even initially considered getting back together in the first place. It's kind of this is the beginning of a roller coaster right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm at this point, got one more card left, but at this point I'm thinking that yes, definitely getting back together, probably breaking up in epic fashion. Now let's just see, does that pattern continue? Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Very interesting. Mm-hmm. Five of Pentacles. We perhaps see the onset of the decision to embark on some relationship counseling, some sort of, the Five of Pentacles is the need for help.
Yeah, and he needs it.
Yeah. So yeah, like if you read between the lines of this card and what's implied, you basically have someone owning up to the fact that there's issues and that there's deeper issues that need to be resolved, but at the same time, it implies that there's a lot of effort going into this desire to stay together. Mm-hmm. So they got something, I guess they got something deeper there. Yeah. There is something deeper, and they're actually going to take this to the considerably less superficial Hollywood place. Exactly.
Because like I said, I don't think that a lot of people know what's going on really between them. Do you want to throw a clarifying card to see if they will like
Sun card in the reverse. Okay. I think what's at the heart of this here, there's been a miscarriage. Yeah. The Sun card in the reverse, so like in the upright position, you have a lot of really awesome things like just joy and prosperity, and you have that, but there is a heavy fertility element as well as the potential for beginning a family. You get this in the reverse, you get all of that stuff kind of reduced, but the first notion that hit me was a potential miscarriage or something that's actually gone on here. Maybe that's at least one of the things that's kind of behind what's making all of this so so tumultuous and kind of up and down.
Yeah, well, that's what we see around them. And I hope they get back together. Because even though, like, I know Scott's a little bit of crazy and a little bit of a dick, you know, when he's ready. But he's a good asshole. You ever liked an asshole?
I have.
Yeah, like he's a good asshole. Like he owns his assholeness. That's what I like about him.
And some people really, we were actually having this discussion earlier tonight. Some people really jam on this.
Yeah.
Some people actually need that really fiery, heated dynamic. I know personally it is not for me.
Not for me either, no.
But
no. I'm a Scorpio, I'm too emotional for that.
I have seen instances where that was actually craved by both participants in a relationship. So.
Yeah. No, I can't. I don't like anything that drains my energy.
Nope.
Sorry, if I feel like
don't have a lot of it to go around. So.
Exactly, and look what we do for a living. Like we use our energy for a living, so it's like if you're either with it or you're not. You know what I mean? Like no, we're not trying to have that. Okay, so we're gonna move into Kylie. So I'm gonna show you the picture because you weren't even know who they are. Okay, we're gonna move into Kylie and Tyga. Which the whole beef with these people is that she is a Kardashian, so to speak, or part of that family. But he used to be with her, which is Black China. Okay? And what ended up happening is that they started hanging out with the family, and he ended up getting with the sister, and the sister is 17 years old. So that girl is 17 years old. Okay? And he's like 26 or something like this. Okay? So that's the whole dynamic.
What could go wrong?
I know. I'm telling you, like, I can't say that because when I was her age, I was dating a lot older men too. But still, you have a whole lot of life ahead of you, honey.
Within reason.
You know, just don't like. You're too young, like you know. Okay, so what I sense about this relationship. I mentioned this in the last. If anyone watched the last reading I did on them, I did mention a child coming up for them. I saw that looming around them. And I keep on seeing this little boy again when I look at them. And it showed up in the news too, because I've seen it. About them saying that she could be pregnant with a boy. But I don't know. I haven't heard on Snapchat. I don't know. But I do sense a little boy around them. He does have a little son already. But I do sense a little boy around them. What I do feel like what's coming up for this relationship, I actually think that there's some kind of reality show in the works. I feel like Tyga's kind of hesitant to do the show, but I almost feel like Kylie is talking about some spin-off of a show of them together. Mark my words, you heard it here first if it happens, okay? That I think that they're doing a show together, but I think like Tyga's like, yeah, because I feel like the thing is now that he's been dating her, he's kind of become a little bit novelty. You know what I mean? He's kind of lost his seriousness as a rapper. Oh, he's a rapper.
Oh yeah. You can't. You cannot lose that streak.
You can't lose that streak. You know the song "Rack City, Bitch"?
Yeah.
That's Tyga.
That's Tyga. Okay, cool.
He's just like, okay, tomato.
No, I know a lot of music, but the problem is, I know the songs. I don't necessarily have an artist to attach it to until something like this happens.
You're right, exactly. Or maybe when you're searching for the song online and then you're like, oh.
The lyrics. I like to try and Google the lyrics in hopes to actually get the name and then the artist that actually did it.
Yeah. So
that's me.
You know, like, so that's what I feel. But I feel like there's a spin of that coming up soon for them, is what I'm sensing. But for the most part, like, Tyga does do his thing here and there. I think he has slowed down a little bit because he's realizing that it's not easy for him to be that discreet about being, cheating or anything like that. But I do feel for now, it's okay right now for what we see. So let's get the wonderful.
Let's see.
Wonderful.
There we go. That's it.
Please.
Please.
Let's get his version.
I love my name with an accent. That's
Chris.
Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna have to record you and get
Let's get his take.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I've been shuffling, as y'all can see.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? Like, you need to get a reading with this guy because he is so detailed. Like, you walk out of that and you get all the answers that you need because he's so thorough and so
Victory.
Detailed. Okay.
6 of Wands, victory. So this is basically Caesar coming back from battle victorious. It's a bit of an early days card because it's a 6, and kind of in terms of like the journey of the wands and where that takes you all the way up to 10. You're past the beginning point because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're kind of, like I said, past the middle point, but there's sort of a there's still a road. There's still definitely more to be traveled, but I mean, so far so good. Again, in terms of a relationship, that's a pretty awesome You know, yet another amazing match has happened in this hot mess that the Kardashians kind of live all the time. So 3 of Cups in the reverse position. Lay off the partying. Holy crap.
Yes.
Okay. I would almost, it's funny we mentioned substance abuse with Kanye.
Yeah.
So 3 of Cups in the reverse, specifically often alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think someone might get occasionally a little bit sort of ton up and a little bit punchy maybe.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate if that's going on. But going back to the 6 of Wands here, it oddly, that's been accepted as a norm.
Yeah.
That's been...
It is Hollywood.
I know, it's just so freaking weird to me. Like, I can't imagine... I don't know. I don't get an out enough or something, but like that's, you know, if this is the stuff that goes on, and if this is what makes somebody happy, then far be it from me to say either way. But this doesn't look good. Okay, well then the 7 of Cups comes up here, and this could potentially take us to a point of someone considering their next options. We may see a affair, or 2, or 3, or 4. Or 5. Actually, I can't, if you can see there, those are 7 cups. So there is 7 entirely different possibilities there.
Mm-hmm. And I, from rumor has it that he actually likes messing with transsexual women.
Oh, well, mazel tov, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what to say to that. You know, again, whatever. You know, but if, coming back to the 6 of Wands here, I guess for the average couple, I would state that this would more than likely guarantee seeing like the end of the relationship in terms of another relationship coming out of this. But there's not a lot of stability implied here because it's a Cups card and it's a Water card. So this could be like 7 next guys or women or, you know, what have you.
Or a total of 7 women he cheated with on her. Because I personally think with him, it's like... She's still young and she's very naive. Like she doesn't pick up the telltale signs.
So she'd be really easy to manipulate.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Because you have to understand too, like when it comes to like media structure, like regardless of it being life, and these people profit off of showing off their life.
Oh, for sure.
You know, the publicity is their business. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know why they were famous, so there you go.
There you go. Yeah. You know what I mean? So publicity is their business. At the end of the day, regardless of how things work, everything works under a plan. So even if there's something that's happening where it's like they know maybe it wouldn't be right for her to be with him, if it doesn't go according to the plan, it won't be exactly executed as of yet.
No.
Yeah, that's what I see with that. But that's what's going on with Kylie and Tyga, and that's what's to come with them. So
yeah, that's, I mean, it's, I guess for those of you that care, I'm not hating. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I just kind of
yeah.
You know, I really enjoy my mental masturbation as well. I have lots of ridiculous stuff that I watch. And different sort of hot messes that I like to follow. It just so happens this ain't one of them. But for those that are interested, it will, apparently there's going to be a lot there to see. Yeah. So again, you heard it here first.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. So you hear that. So there's that. So we're going to finally close this with the newly engaged Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian. Okay. Blac Chyna is a former stripper.
Oh, okay. She kind of looks like Nicki Minaj.
She takes from Nicki Minaj's style. Like in the starting, like she used to do everything Nicki Minaj did, hair and stuff. Like she's totally.
Does she have the inflated body?
Yes.
She did.
She has a body and everything. Like she was inspired by Nicki Minaj. Okay. But Blac Chyna, like I said, she was with Tyga. They have a child together. Okay. Where he ended up leaving her and got with Kylie. Okay. Now hear this. Now here's the catch. Kylie and Rob are brother and sister.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so mix up.
Excellent.
Mix up. Mix up, let me tell you. Mix up. You know what I mean? So what ended up happening, you know, she sat in her corner. She was heartbroken over what happened. And she said, fuck that shit. And then she got with Rob. So now her and Robert together.
Okay.
Okay. And they just recently got engaged.
Okay.
Fat ring, like 7 carat. I don't even know exactly how many carats. Beautiful ring.
Penguins could skate.
Exactly.
On this ring. Yeah.
So what I see with them, like I feel like it's like, I wouldn't say it's puppy love, but it's like we're together. I'm enjoying this roller coaster of us being together. It's so great. It feels so good. And we enjoy, you make me feel comfortable. Well, you make me feel comfortable. But I do still feel there is still a time where this stuff is going to buzz out. Because I feel, unfortunately for those, I know I'm a team Black China. Like I love Black China. I love Amber Rose. I do feel like Rom is going to end up cheating on Black China. And that's what's going to end this. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like he loves her. Like you have to understand with men, okay? And this is one thing I think this is like probably a number one thing or topic or of discussion I have with a lot of my clients. Men are more logical. You are a man, so you know. They're more logical. Even though they care for somebody and they honor the connection they have with somebody, it doesn't necessarily stop them from straying and exploring other things that may be out there, okay? So I feel like it's going to be one of those things, but I get the sense when it comes to Black China, she's a little bit more low tolerant. She's a Taurus.
Okay.
And he's a Pisces.
Right, so she needs that loyalty.
Exactly. And that's not necessarily going to go over with her that well. So I get like things will start to develop and start to turbulent, or you start to hear things there with over the next 6 months. Like over the next 6 months, like month to month to month to month, you know?
So just to be clear, you pretty much think that Robert's going to be the one that wanders off here?
Yeah, I think Robert's going to be the one that's going to make this union. I think...
Because now this is, I do read pictures upon occasion. I just happened to see what Starre had up there quickly. And interestingly enough, the first thing that kind of hit me was that I actually see her getting fed up with him.
Yeah, I see her getting fed up with him.
Oh, no, I thought you were saying Robert was going to be the one that was going to cheat as opposed...
No, he's going to cheat on her.
Right, but okay. So
I mean, she's going to get fed up with his shit, not...
Fair enough. So,
yeah.
So the way that I interpret that is usually when, so if he gets fed up with her, that's all well and good, but I see her getting fed up with him.
No, I see
initially.
her getting fed up with him, not him getting fed up with her.
Oh.
Like he's not cheating because he's fed up with her. He's cheating because vagina is just vagina and it's being thrown to him.
Oh, okay.
He's not straying because of that. He's straying like
I take cheating as like when some obviously the.
No, God, I feel like
there's a million reasons. It's true.
Listen, you know what I mean? They're in Hollywood. They're strippers. I feel like the girl that he cheats with is gonna be a stripper.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's a stripper. I don't feel like it's. I'm not saying that stripper's not special, but I don't feel like it's somebody of a certain stature where that kind of thing could have happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I do see happening. But let's see what.
But I mean,
see.
he's gonna catch all kinds of pressure for that too. Like,
yeah.
Why is someone in the illustrious Kardashian empire dating a stripper? Well,